Now in the Black Box. Whoa. With Spider Loke, Most Easty, a.k.a. BJ Keyway, and the Google Gang. Let's go! Listen.
Gratitude is the attitude. Show is a blessing. To be back in the Black Box. Black Box.
Relax, roll up as we randomly react to content in these YouTube streets. Yeah. It's time for R&R.
Smackwood Nip Hustle. Big shout out to my SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the Black Box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
Constant, consistent, continuous content creation campaign continues. We try to keep it diverse and add a little variety to the menu. Politics, they fit in to a certain degree. I'm going to keep it a Google. I was just scrolling and it seemed like this was trending. I am clueless to the ramifications of the details surrounding the big, beautiful bill, but I saw so many stories on it. It's 4th of July. I said, maybe we could learn something. They say it was narrowly passed. It must be a big deal. Maybe we keep hearing them say all this Diddy stuff is distraction. And perhaps that's true. So let's try to see what they really been up to with no further ado. Oh, my mama.
House Republicans narrowly passed President Trump's sweeping $4.5 trillion bill.
Supporters are applauding the extension of tax cuts and defense spending. Critics are denouncing the $1 trillion in cuts to Medicaid and food assistance for the poor.
Carlos Aceto joining us live from the News Center tonight with more on today's developments. Carlos?
Rick Scher, the final vote had plenty of drama. There were a few Republican holdouts delaying the bill's passage. In the end, only 2 GOP members voted against the mega bill. This gives the president his first major legislative win of his second term. Democrats were unified in their opposition.
The motion is adopted.
President Trump's big, beautiful bill got a buoyant reception by House Republicans after its final passage in the chamber Thursday, overcoming multiple last-minute setbacks.
Mr. Speaker, that's not America. We're better than that.
Including a marathon midnight session, where Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries set a record for the longest floor speech, blasting Trump's sweeping tax cut and spending mega bill. The passage, falling mostly along party lines, is a huge victory for the president's agenda, allowing him to move forward with $4.5 trillion in tax breaks and increased funding for national security. The president taking a victory lap.
Biggest tax cut in history, great for security, great on the southern border. Immigration is covered. We covered just about everything.
ICE Acting Director Todd Lyons echoing those remarks, posting on social media, "The unprecedented funding for ICE will enable my hardworking officers and agents to continue making America safe again." Democrats saying the bill delivers deep cuts to Medicaid, denies food assistance to kids in need, seniors, and veterans.
I don't think we have ever seen or are prepared for how catastrophic this is set to be.
Nonpartisan estimates the legislation could add more than $3 trillion to the national debt. The GOP plans to offset the cost through cuts to Medicaid, which could result in 12 to 17 million people losing their health insurance. Those with loved ones relying on Medicaid say they're gearing up for a bleak future.
Is this somehow underlining an undercut to Obamacare, which we know he never appreciated? This seems like a typical Republican Democratic issue. From my understanding, I was always taught as a child that why are we Democrats? Because they look out for the poor and the Republicans don't care about them. They woo. I know that it's not that simple of a divide, but these issues, this is what I typically understand the Republicans to be about and what I understand the Democrats to be about. And whether you like it or not, it's typically said the Democrats is about handouts and the Republicans is about getting up off your ass and going to get it for yourself. And if you don't, hey, their sympathy is not as deep as the Democrats seem to be. And this issue is divided right on those lines.
It's really unfair that working, contributing citizens who do need this type of government assistance are going to be cut.
And the bill now heads to the president's desk. Mr. Trump is expected to sign it into law tomorrow at the White House on Independence Day. Reporting live in the KTLA News Center, Carlos Salcedo, KTLA 5 News.
Carlos, thank you. And with more on today's passage of the president's mega bill and who's up and who's down as a result, we are joined by political analyst Matt Klink. Always good to see you. This caps off a big month of legislative and judicial wins for the president. And tell us, what does this passage before the self-imposed July 4th deadline actually mean for the president's term and his legacy?
Yeah, the Trump administration looked at past administrations that have used the reconciliation process to pass major pieces of their economic agenda. And what they realized is that when these bills pass late, it takes a long time for the benefits to reach taxpayers. So they wanted to pass it by 4th of July. Congress goes home. And now the Republicans in Congress and Donald Trump, now they have to sell the bill to their constituents. So they wanted, this was an arbitrary, a self-imposed deadline. They met it. And now they get the joy of going home and selling it rather than going home and saying, well, we're not sure we can get it done. There are some flaws with it, but. Now they have something, it's passed, and now they're going to try to sell it to America.
Well, let's say the same question then about Mike Johnson. He barely won today. There was a lot of infighting. What does this mean for him going down the road?
Well, Rick, I'll be a little tongue-in-cheek here. 4 votes is a comfortable margin in the House, considering that the first edition of Build Back Better passed by 1 vote. So every vote in the House and the Senate is going to be close because the majorities are close in both houses. However, it shows you the power of Donald Trump. He has an iron grip on the Republican Party, and either by cajoling or by cracking the proverbial whip, he got people to agree to move this bill because he knows that if it doesn't pass, his economic agenda is dead.
So let's talk about Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries. For 8 hours and 44 minutes today, he filibustered the longest House floor speech ever, a sign that Democrats are willing to fight back, but it didn't ultimately amount to much.
Yeah, I know he didn't sit up there talking for no 8 hours straight. You ain't got nothing to say if you had to take 8 hours to say it. You could have got to the point, made some impact in a lot less time. Who listened to him for 8 hours? That's arrogant. What the sheesh?
Yeah, Cher, the minority party in the House has so little power. I mean, okay, it's great that Minority Leader Jeffries could hold the floor for 8 hours, but in the grand scheme of things, all he did was delay the inevitable. I don't think it's going to motivate Democrats. What the Democrats are going to need to do is to go into their districts and into potential Republican swing districts and campaign hard against the bill. And just as the Republicans will campaign for it, the Democrats will go out, and this will give them something tangible to campaign against other than just saying Donald Trump is bad.
Yeah, but in the midterms, though, the Democrats are vowing to make this the centerpiece for the re-elections in 26. You throw Elon Musk into that equation. What does that do for those elections?
Well, I mean, look, Elon Musk has a problem with the bill, but he's a heck of a lot closer to the Republicans than he is to the Democrats. Elon Musk wanted more cuts, not fewer cuts. And the Democrats are furious over the cuts to social service programs like Medicare and SNAP. So, I mean, look, the Democrats need something to run against. This bill gives them something to run against. But the flip side is,
I don't know how successful he gonna be if he need the public to support that Medi-Cal and SNAP getting cut. There's gonna be some uproar about that.
it's true for the Republicans. Now the Republicans have something to say. Here's what we did. Largest tax cut in U.S. history. No tax on tips. No tax on Social Security. There's a lot of good things here that the Republicans can sell. This is what elections are supposed to be about. It's a competition of ideas.
Yeah, Matt, though, Musk did say he's going to target anybody that voted for this in the midterms. You don't think that'll have an impact?
He said he was going to look at targeting people in the primaries and try to primary Republicans. That's always possible, but I mean, Elon Musk is a powerful man. He can do a lot. I don't know how successful that's going to be, and I think that if this bill does what the 2017 bill does, it's going to be like rocket fuel for the economy.
Two GOP Congressmen, Thomas Massey and Brian Fitzpatrick, voted against the bill. Fitzpatrick faces re-election in 2026. He's in a swing district that went blue to Kamala Harris. Talk to me about what this looks like for them going forward.
Yeah, Cher, that's a really interesting question. I think there are only 3 or 4 Republican members that represent districts that Kamala Harris won. And Mr. Fitzpatrick in Pennsylvania is one of them. I don't know how he's going to nuance the message of I voted against the bill. He's going to be brandished with it anyway. He should have just voted for the bill, and at least he has something positive to run on. But every member has to run her or his own election, and he thinks he can do it by voting no.
Well, he had a conscience, too, apparently, going into this. And outside of Pennsylvania, before today, Matt, I don't think anybody ever heard of him. This has got to help him a little bit.
A little bit, sure. Yeah, that's the challenge, Rick, with 435 members and a third of them roughly turn over every 2 years. It's tough to keep track of who some of these members are.
All right, Matt Klink, very good to see you. Happy 4th of July to you. Thanks so much for joining us.
It's getting hard trying to live in this land, Lord. I'm sick of paying rent, I wanna be the landlord. Not too many children in my section 8 last night. Lights out, they on section 8. We get constipated from that government cheese. Paying taxes, steady get a government cheese. Don't nothing change, no matter who we vote for. So why waste time even going to try to vote for? When you grind so hard, you supposed to see profit. Why we so broke? We supposed to be prophets. We never had a choice on coming to America. I feel something real bad is coming to America. I don't write the mayor, they say I got a right to. But I don't even know where a nigga supposed to write to. I keep my chest up and head to the sky. Until the day I burn or head to the sky.
There was many bad days. Lord, I've had hills to climb and sleepless nights. But when I look around and see what you've done for me, I'll say thank you, Lord, and I won't complain.
I'm no devil, I know that I'm God's son, but I still smoke weed with my godson. And even though they say the woman is the backbone, we just wanna see them laying on their backbone. Thumb through the word, but you know what's confusing? Between the experts, it's so much confusion. I want it all, for all that I care about. I want a ball, that's all that I care about. Travel 50 states, broke 48 laws. Ran across a book called 48 Laws. Some say it's bad, some say it's a good book. I say it ain't got nothing on the good book. I ain't tripping on going to the motherland. On the other hand, I like to buy my motherland. What price can we all get peaceful? Stay at war and swear that we peaceful. What's wrong? Can't we all get along? Wanna buy a home, but can't get along. I'm trying to stay focused and write the right rhymes, cause these days everybody write rhymes. My uncle went to the rehab, hooked on morphine. It seems he came out even more fiend. Don't wanna see cuz die or blood bleed. We all lose every time black blood bleed. Holla Hail Mary, a light no candle, but I'm still trying to handle what I can do. I go hard for what I need, so it's ample. Watch me, you won't need no example. Crucial situation, my life in a crisis. Need to trade my life in for crisis. Please forgive me for what I did last night. I don't know, this might be my last night.
Good net hustle. Big shout out to my nigga SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.
It's the homie cook-up boss, goddammit, Cub Low. And y'all tuning in to the Wake and Bake Show with goddammit the homeboy Spider Low.
Me with SPI, the realest nigga in LA.
Spider this bitch!
My nigga Spider Low. Spider Low, nigga.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
Spider Low.
So Spider looks at me because we go back to the juvenile side of the county.
What the fuck?
My nigga.
Spider Low.
Spider Low. Shout out to SPI, that motherfucking nigga.
Spider Low, Wake and Bake. Better keep it Google, nigga.
Loke is in LA somewhere doing what he's doing.
In the words of Spider Loke, on my mama's mama.
Spider Loke's gear. This is Bay Mac.
Nate Blood, C-Mac. Shout out my Loke, Spider Loke, huh? Nate Blood, on hood. It's a beautiful world. You fight me? Fight, cred.
Point blank, through no subliminal dissing. When I listen, I can tell you never been on no mission. Sticking to the script, don't care if I offend you. Neighborhood crib, the marathon
I overlook my competition, never seeing them. I done trained my mind that I'm going. You could tell by how I walk, talk, I'm a boss. A east side millionaire, homie, what you thought? My life is a movie. They can't get close to me. They mad cause they can't be. I'm everything that they wanna be, yeah.
You are now in the black box with Spider Loke, Most Easty, aka BJ Keyway, and the Google Gang.
Let's go!